The Beatles, A Journey Through Music History. The beginnings. The Beatles, one of the most iconic rock bands in history, had humble beginnings in Liverpool, England. The band's journey began in 1957 when a young John Lennon formed a skiffle group called the Quarrymen. During a performance later that year, Lennon met Paul McCartney, who quickly joined the band. In 1958, George Harrison, a friend of McCartney's, joined as the lead guitarist, completing the core trio. After a few changes in band members and names, they eventually settled on the Beatles in 1960. The group initially struggled to find success, playing small clubs in Liverpool and Hamburg, Germany. These early gigs, particularly in Hamburg, honed their skills and solidified their bond as a band. In 1962, Ringo Starr, real name Richard Starkey, replaced their then drummer, Pete Best, finalizing the lineup that would soon take the world by storm. Breakthrough and global fame. The Beatles' big break came in 1962 when they were signed by EMI's Parlophone label under producer George Martin. Their first single, Love Me Do, reached number 17 on the UK charts, but it was their second single, Please Please Me, that catapulted them to fame. In 1963, they released their debut album, Please Please Me, which became an instant hit, leading to the phenomenon known as Beatlemania. By 1964, the Beatles had taken the world by storm. Their appearance on The Ed Sullivan Show in the United States marked the beginning of their global domination. The Beatles became the first British band to achieve significant success in the US, paving the way for the British invasion. Musical evolution and innovation. Throughout the 1960s, the Beatles continuously evolved, experimenting with new sounds, instruments, and recording techniques. Albums like Rubber Soul, 1965, Revolver, 1966, and Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, 1967, showcased their creative growth. Sgt. Pepper's in particular is often cited as one of the greatest albums of all time, pioneering the concept album format. Their music reflected the changing social and cultural landscape of the 1960s. Songs like A Day in the Life, Eleanor Rigby, and Tomorrow Never Knows pushed the boundaries of what rock music could be. They incorporated elements of classical music, Indian instruments, and avant-garde techniques, which influenced countless musicians and changed the course of popular music. Achievements and milestones. The Beatles achieved unprecedented success during their career. They have sold over 600 million albums worldwide and hold the record for the most #1 hits on the Billboard Hot 100, with 20 songs topping the chart. They also won numerous awards, including multiple Grammy Awards, and were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1988. In 1965, the Beatles were appointed members of the Order of the British Empire, MBE, by Queen Elizabeth II. Their influence on music, fashion, and popular culture during the 1960s and beyond was immense, leading them to be recognized as the most influential band in history. Interesting facts about the members. John Lennon, known for his wit and outspoken personality, Lennon was the co-leader of the Beatles and a prolific songwriter. He later became a prominent peace activist and, along with his wife Yoko Ono, became a symbol of the anti-war movement. Tragically, Lennon was assassinated in 1980 outside his New York City apartment. Paul McCartney, often seen as the melodic heart of the Beatles, McCartney has been praised for his songwriting, bass playing, and vocal abilities. After the Beatles, he formed the band Wings and continued to enjoy a successful solo career. McCartney is one of the wealthiest musicians in the world and continues to tour and record music. George Harrison, the quiet Beatle, Harrison was known for his introspective nature and deep spirituality. He introduced Indian music and instruments to Western pop music, most notably the sitar. Harrison also had a successful solo career, with his 1970 album All Things Must Pass being particularly acclaimed. He passed away in 2001 from lung cancer. Ringo Starr, as the drummer of the Beatles, Starr's steady and unflashy drumming was a crucial element of the band's sound. Known for his humor and down-to-earth personality, Starr also had a successful solo career and acted in several films. He was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as a solo artist in 2015. The breakup and legacy. By 1969, tensions within the band had reached a boiling point. The members began pursuing solo projects, and creative differences became more pronounced. The Beatles officially disbanded in 1970, with their final album, Let It Be, being released shortly afterward. Despite their breakup, the Beatles' legacy has only grown stronger over time. Their influence on music, culture, and society is immeasurable. From their innovative recording techniques to their boundary-pushing music, the Beatles set the standard for what a rock band could achieve. Conclusion. The Beatles' journey from a small band in Liverpool to the biggest musical phenomenon in the world is a story of talent, innovation, and cultural impact. Their achievements and the fascinating lives of its members continue to captivate new generations of fans, ensuring that their music and legacy will endure for decades to come.